Happy 4th of July, everyone. This is NecroStevo, and you're watching my third narrated Wi-Fi battle. I have actually a 4th generation match here against Gold. This was back before I retired the team that you see. Now, he's going to start off with an Aerodactyl, and I start off with my Gallade. Now, I expect him to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks, because that's what 95% of Aerodactyls do, and he does go ahead and do that, which means I am free to go right for the Stone Edge. I went for the Stone Edge in case he switched out. I know I had a chance of missing, but that was a better move there because the fighting move was really obvious. Plus, I didn't want to lower my defenses. As normal, Aerodactyls carry the Focus Sash, and the Focus Sash allows you, as long as you're at full HP, to live any move with 1 HP. So here, I don't think he was expecting me to have the Shadow Sneak, which has increased priority, so that means I get to move first, regardless of his speed. So I let him get out the Stealth Rocks in exchange for taking out one of his Pokemon early on. That was a pretty good trade-off in my opinion. He goes out to his Metagross, a Steel Psychic type, and immediately switches it out to a Dragonite, and I went for the close combat, expecting to do heavy damage on it or anything that switched in. This is a Life Orbed Gallade, so it is able to do pretty good damage on anything, even when it gets resisted hits. And as you can see right there, that Dragonite still took about 40-45% from the boosted Life Orb hit. He just goes straight for the Earthquake, which is easily going to take me out because I lost defense 1 stage to the close combat. Plus I have 3 Life Orb hits there, which is 30% of my HP gone already. I just wanted to get in some damage on anything, just because it is good to get damage. So with the Dragonite, I just go ahead and bring in Celestrio, my Weezing, which is a physical wall. And I don't think he knew what Weezing was really going to do, because he stays in, and he goes for a Dragon Claw. Weezing has base 120 defense, which is great. I'm able to take that Dragon Claw very easily and Will-O-Wisp him back in return. Will-O-Wisp causes burn damage every single turn, which is 1/8 of your HP, and you also are going to get your attack cut in half, which means I basically neutered that Dragonite that he has there. Now, expecting him to switch, because he probably wanted to save his Dragonite for later, I go ahead and go for a different attacking move here. I think I go for the Fire Blast. No, I switch. Okay. I did expect to switch, so this is a double switch. We both would switch at the same time. That is not a good matchup, Scizor against Togekiss. Togekiss commonly will try to paralyze, and then para-flint someone out by using Air Slash while they're paralyzed. But here I just went straight for the Bullet Punch to try to get some more damage again. With this team, I was just trying to get them the damage. This team has more of a balanced approach. But he goes out to Fortress to see what I was going to do, and he did a great job there, barely taking any damage from the Bullet Punch. I expected him to set up more entry hazards, so I go out to Mogami before he sets up more entry hazards, but he does go for the Toxic Spikes there, which is fine. On this team I'm packing a Venusaur, which if you send in a poison Pokemon that is touching the ground on Toxic Spikes, it will immediately absorb them. Otherwise, Toxic Spikes cause regular poison, then double super bad poison, not super bad, bad poison if there's 2 layers. But here I just go right for the Fire Blast because I haven't seen anything so far that will resist it too much. This is a Choice Scarf Magmortar. I'm going to do heavy damage to anything that switches in. He brings in the Empoleon, and I actually could have gone ahead and 2-hit KO'd it right there, but I was fearing the Aqua Jet, which Empoleon commonly carries. So I switched out to my Venusaur to go ahead and get rid of those Poison Spikes and to see what he was going to go for. Now I believe he just goes straight for the Surf because I don't think he realized that I was Choice Scarfed at that time. This is a special wall Venusaur, so it doesn't take really anything from the Surf attack. Empoleon has great Water Steel typing, pretty much only giving it 3 weaknesses to Electricity, Ground, and Fighting, which is nice. He goes for the Ice Beam, and I knew I could take 1 attack of anything that he did because this is a specially defensive Venusaur. And I go for the Leech Seed, but I miss. It kind of mattered. Maybe with the Leech Seed recovery and the leftovers, I may have been able to live 1 more Ice Beam depending on his investment. But I didn't really want to switch out to anything to take the Ice Beam. I could have switched in Magmortar because he resisted, but I would have also taken Stealth Rock damage. So I kind of just leave Venusaur, who is my favorite Pokemon, in there to die. A little bit unfortunate there, but something I wanted to bring in Magmortar to scare him back out. Here, I think he figures out that I'm Scarfed because I outspeed and I go right for the Thunderbolt. Because I didn't want to go for the Fire Blast again expecting a switch, because Fire Blast will typically miss if I needed to hit, and I wanted to make sure I killed Empoleon. Because I was a more offensive variant than a defensive one. I wasn't sure what he was going to bring in. I figured he was going to go back to Dragonite, but he actually goes out to Togekiss, which tells me that he isn't afraid of the Thunderbolt because he has some bulk there. So I went ahead and I switched out into my Azumarill, it could have been a good play had I gone for the right move, because he goes for the Air Slash, which is a clean 3-hit KO, I believe. Yeah, clean 3-hit KO. I should have gone for the Aqua Jet. Azumarill is Choice Banded. Aqua Jet would allow me to outspeed it and at least get it to lower than half of its health, but he does get the flinch because of his Serene Grace ability, which doubles the chance of effects, and Air Slash already has a 20% chance of flinch, increased to 40. About every other attack you're going to get the flinch, so Azumarill did nothing this battle, and that's unfortunate because Choice Band and Aqua Jet hurts. Here, again, I just wanted to do some damage, so I'd go for the Bullet Punch. If I had gone for those Aqua Jets, I probably would have been able to finish it off with that Bullet Punch, seeing how much that did. He just goes for the Air Slash. I know I can probably take one or two easily. That does a bit more than I thought it was going to do. This Scizor has a decent amount of HP investment, and it's a Swords Dance Rooster with Bullet Punch and, I believe, Brick Break. So here I just get in a little bit more damage because I know he's going to take me out, and again, I don't really want to bring in anything and take unnecessary damage. You may recognize that nickname Tachigami. That's from Okami, the god of rending. And my other one, Mogami, is the god of flames, also from Okami. I tend to like to play around with my nicknames a little bit. So if you all have any suggestions for nicknames or notice any of the nicknames that I use, feel free to shout them out there. But here I just bring in the Mogami, expecting to sweep the rest of his team with the Fire Blast. Now the only thing that resists the Fire Blast is his Dragonite. But it is on low enough health that I thought I could actually take it out with Fire Blast. Magmortar has a great 125 base special attack. That's going to hurt everything that it hits. So here I just go straight for the Fire Blast again, and his Metagross actually doesn't get to do anything in this match because it just gets wiped out by the Fire Blast. It's clean one-hit KO, no crit needed, none of that is even necessary. So I was just trying to do a little bit of a cleanup here, and I do get a little miniature Magmortar sweep going on. In my testing, I actually found that Typhlosion may have been more useful because of its higher base speed, but I like the attacks that Magmar can use better. Here my opponent makes a great play, and I forget completely about Extreme Speed for some reason, otherwise I may have switched out because I think I could have lived one more Stealth Rock switch in. But even with the burn, his Extreme Speed is able to finish off Mogami because of his poor defense, and Dragonite has great natural attack. So I figure he can die from the burn, but he barely lives it, which means I have to bring in something just to make sure that he dies from that burn. So I go ahead and bring in Celestia, who walled it pretty well last time. I'm not sure why he went for the Extreme Speed there. He would have been able to do more damage with the Dragon Claw because using the slow, he was going to outspeed it anyway. But he actually, no, he's not Choice Banded because he switched moves earlier. I'm not sure why I went for the Extreme Speed, but I went for the Thunderbolt just to make sure in case he switched out and tried to bring it in later. Any of that, make sure he dies. So I think here he brings in, yeah, he brings back out Fortress. This is his last Pokemon, and this is also my last Pokemon, and I go for the Fire Blast. And I miss. That would have ended the match easily right there. He goes for the Gyro Ball, doesn't do anything because Weezing is slow, plus I have great defense. Fortress is a little slower than Weezing, but still. And here I go for the Pain Split just in case I continue to miss Fire Blast and I could just kind of stall him out because I could keep using Pain Split if I lost more HP from the Gyro Balls. But he goes right for the Explosion, which is oddly appropriate because it's the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. This is actually, it's a draw. We're both out of Pokemon at the same exact time. If we were going by self-KO clause, I would have won that because he KO'd himself with his last attack. But it's a draw. I posted a win, a loss, and a draw, so we're completely even. That was a great match. Thank you for watching. Please like if you enjoyed the battle. Bye-bye now.